Dr. Strange?
Can I help you?
You caused an incursion, and we're gonna fix it. Unless you're afraid.
Not in the least.
What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to C-Roll Productions. Rumor has it, you guys, we got two very interesting rumors evolving around the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, one in particular that I really want to talk about is the potential cameo appearance from Mahershala Ali as Blade that was cut from Werewolf by Night because of scheduling conflicts. What a bummer if this turns out to be true, because I need to see something from Mahershala Ali as Blade. All we've gotten was that post-credit scene from Eternals when he goes to visit Dade Whitman's character, and the whole Ebony Blade and whatever. That was the only thing we've got. We've only gotten the voiceover of Mahershala Ali, but I'm still waiting on the full look of him in costume as Blade, you guys. What really excites me is that the world of the supernatural is now evolving in the MCU. We got werewolves now. Werewolf by Night, I still can't get over how fantastic that first trailer was. It just fit my narrative of what I love so much, and you add it to comic books. It's the best of both worlds. It really is. Like, I am so ecstatic about that series. I'm super pumped. It's a holiday special for Halloween. I cannot wait. It drops on my birthday, October 7th. Even better, you guys. So I'm just really stoked to see that show and how it really unravels the world of the supernatural. The world of the supernatural in the MCU, of that being like Ghost Rider, vampires, Moon Knight kind of dabbled on that a little bit. I do consider him to be in the world of the supernatural or whatever. But I'm really stoked to see, Blade. Blade is one of my most anticipated projects in the MCU. I'm a little worried because the PG-13 rating. That first film and the aesthetic, the feel of it, the music, the tone, Wesley Snipes' performance, the little small comedic moments Wesley Snipes had as Blade that wasn't over the top, but that was so natural. Mahershala Ali has some huge shoes to fill, and I think he'll do fine. I do. I just am worried now that Blade is in the MCU. Now it's part of more of a connected universe. So now it has to talk about this. It has to do this. It has to do. Now there's a bunch of agendas that they kind of have to check off. Whereas Wesley Snipes' Blade, it didn't have to worry about all that shit. It didn't have to worry about, the snap and everything and the blip. It didn't have to worry about that. It was its own movie on its own. But now it's part of a collective universe. Now it has to add in the Easter eggs. It has to do all sorts of things. And it could be a little worrisome, if you're asking me. I do think that maybe it could be Blade's biggest downfall is having the whole connectivity of it all. That could be Blade's biggest downfall. And I'm really hoping that's not the case. Because I want this film to do really well. I want this film to be dark. I want this film to have everything that original Blade had, because that's the standard I have in my mind. And I'm gonna, my standards for this Blade film are incredibly high, and I will not accept anything less. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I feel. You know what I mean? But I think Mahershala Ali is gonna do well. He's a very talented actor, very, very, very talented, and I think that he can deliver a great performance. I'm just hoping, they go with the Blade look of wig. He has hair. He's not bald. I kind of wanted to mimic, Wesley Snipes. Like I said, that's the golden standard right there. That's what I want. I want kind of a replica of what they created, in that first Blade film. But it doesn't surprise me, if scheduling conflicts were into play of, Mahershala Ali not being able to film a scene for Werewolf by Night. Hopefully we'll get a Moon Knight appearance in Werewolf by Night, because if not, that would be a huge missed opportunity, because I believe Moon Knight first appeared in Werewolf by Night. So why not have that kind of comic book reference, especially when you can? That would just be kind of odd. Even like a post-credit scene of Moon Knight going after Werewolf by Night would be completely fine. But other rumor we have it that Ryan Coogler is being eyed to direct Avengers Secret Wars. This is a good one. Look, I love Ryan Coogler. I love what he's done with Black Panther. Cannot wait for Wakanda Forever. Really stoked. He's a great visionary. Emotion, action. Ryan Coogler can do it all. His film resume is very impressive. Probably Marvel's best director. But a part of me still wants the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers have been talking about this shit forever now. Maybe they couldn't come to terms. Maybe there are certain things that they wanted to do that Kevin Feige didn't want to do. And, they couldn't meet, eye to eye about, certain things on directing Secret Wars. And, will we ever see the Russo brothers come back and direct anything, in the MCU? Who knows? I don't know. It's a possibility. I would love to see them come back because they're golden. They have been Marvel's, honestly, most consistent best directors so far with Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. Look at that lineup is top tier, arguably top 5 films of all time in the MCU. So it's a possibility that they could return, but I just don't see how Ryan Coogler is going to have time to really fit this into his busy schedule. They're doing the Okoye spinoff on Disney Plus, and they're doing the Wakanda spinoff. He's still got Black Panther: Wakanda Forever that comes out in November, and they're still in the editing phase. Now, granted, Avengers: Secret Wars doesn't come out for a couple years, but the prep time to get that movie rolling is a lot. And what kind of worries me is, why wouldn't you have one director do both films? Like Daniel Dustin Cretton. Is it Daniel or Daniel Cretton? I always get his name mixed up. Who directed Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings? He's doing, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. You would think that both of these Avengers movies would be a part 1 and a part 2, right? So I feel like they got to really sit down and come to an agreement on how these films are going to feel and stylistically as well. Because I feel like there could be that issue they could run into of the Star Wars films when they had, JJ do the first one and then Rian Johnson do the second one and then comes back to do and it just, there was no connectivity. The styles are very different films and you felt it. So that could be a problem as well. But ultimately, I'm still really stoked and I really do hope that Ryan Coogler is in the top tier choice for a direct Avengers Secret Wars, because ultimately that is a massive movie within itself. It's the multiverse movie of different variants fighting each other. The incursions are happening at teased at the end of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Things are going to get crazy, you guys. So crazy, we might see Ben Affleck come back as Daredevil. Have 2 Daredevils fight each other. Charlie Cox and Ben Affleck. Multiple Spider-Men. Tobey Maguire coming back, Andrew Garfield. Ang Lee's Hulk. Lou Ferrigno's Hulk. That's how crazy Secret Wars ultimately can be, you guys. The scale of that film is ginormous. And I think ultimately that it is going to be a massive heavy hitter. And you need somebody who is a great visionary, somebody who's a great storyteller to really propel these films. And having Daniel do, the Kang Dynasty is a great get because Shang-Chi was great, full of emotion, great characters, where action was top tier. That third act was dope. And you have Ryan Coogler to finish it off with Secret Wars. I think we're in good hands. I think we are in good hands, you guys. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Mahershala Ali potentially having a cut scene from Werewolf by Night as Blade because of scheduling conflicts. And what do you think? Would you like to see Ryan Coogler direct Avengers Secret Wars? If not, who is your top choice to direct the next Avengers film? Post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.